my high honor to introduce to you the teachers who are receiving the Excellence Award this year. So let's give a round of applause for our 5 teachers. Since this is about education, ladies and gentlemen, please give a nice, rousing round of applause to another champion of education, none other than George Miller. Wasn't nice enough? Wasn't nice enough, George?
Thank you for all of the students that helped participate in this program and that have been participating throughout the school year. It's exciting to see these awards being given to the teachers, because if you listen to this tape, this is my life, okay? So, I'm listening to what these teachers are saying, and Mike talked about that if he couldn't present the information in his classroom, if he couldn't present it to be relevant to these young people, he didn't have a chance. And they weren't going to spend a lot of time on material that they didn't see as relevant. Beth was talking about kids working together and working in cooperation and collaboration. More and more we see the successes of classrooms and across classrooms, joint classrooms, across schools where students are working collaboratively. They're learning from one another. Steve said that he had to start small and they had to build on their successes. That you couldn't continue through that if you didn't build that foundation of successes to continue to go. Nathan really talked about them building relationships and a strategy. That they had to have a strategy to get through the material, to get through the class, not in a burdensome sense, but giving them a vision where they had to go down the road. Eric said that he's preparing them to make choices, but isn't it magnificent that the first choice he wanted them to start thinking about was whether or not they were going to go to college. No matter what their background, the first choice they were going to think about was, how am I going to obtain this goal? Of this college maybe I heard about through sports, or this college I heard about my family, or this college I heard about on the radio. But they're thinking college. When all of this is so successful, they go to Feeney, and she tries to sort out the choices that they have, the conflicts that they have, whether they'll have the resources to do it, whether their friends are going to go with them, or they're going to go on their own, can they go by themselves, can they go away from home, and all of those things. And counselors, of course, are the glue that holds so much of this together. I'm also excited about an award that I'm going to give out. I'm going to give out an award for 25 years of service to this board, to this cause, to this community, of just untiring efforts by an individual that I think we might acknowledge that if she wasn't there over these many years before she retired, we might not be here today. You obviously know that I'm talking about Susan Wittenberg, and this is really a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I'm especially honored to be included in today's event since it focuses on the 2 groups of people I believed were most important when I was the executive director of the Ed Fund: our students and our teachers. I'd like to give you a quick historical perspective of the founding and the work of the Ed Fund during my tenure as executive director. In 1982, the predicted negative impacts of Proposition 13 had become real and very painful. More and more people had begun to say there will never again be enough money for education in California. We had already seen that subjects like art and music were becoming endangered species, and we knew in our heart that the situation was bound to worsen. At the same time in Pennsylvania, though, a very interesting and positive occurrence was taking place. The first public education fund was founded, the Allegheny Foundation, and it is based upon that model that the Ed Fund was created. In 1983, the Richmond Unified Education Fund, or RUF as we were called for many years, was founded, and I became its first executive director, and I was very honored. When the district went through its very difficult financial period in the 90s, and the district changed its name from the Richmond Unified School District to the West Contra Costa Unified School District, of course, RUF had to change its name. And at that point, that's when it became known as the West Contra Costa Public Education Fund, or the Ed Fund. I'd like to thank the Ed Fund for giving me the privilege to live out my childhood dream of being a philanthropist. And the opportunity, and of course at that time I didn't know that you had to raise the money to give away. And the opportunity to work on behalf of two of our most important resources. First, our children, and then public education. Thank you, and congratulations to all the awards winners.